there was a Colonel Sanders doll. A Colonel Sanders doll? This is TJ, your gamer girl, signing on. Last episode, we had one hell of a picnic. One hell of a picnic. It was weird. It was really weird. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena, Kate, and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satsuko and Nika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Nina and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Ah, then, well, would you mind taking a little detour? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Nena, I quietly nodded. The junkyard. I remember this from episode... Was it episode 1 that this was brought... that they went here, or was it episode 2? Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Lena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here? Whoa, a new pile? I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming! Whoa! My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine, I'm fine. This is nothing at all. I'm literally bounding up the heap of trash, then it disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Lena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled in the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! He surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see? So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. It's also pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of painting around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Lena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious response as he continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi-kun! Sorry to keep you waiting! I'm finished now! Lena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? Oh, that's him. Whoops. You have someone with you. What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking to Lena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were taking a while, I guess. You were waiting a while, I guess. I'd better leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for starting you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder? It wasn't Lena's fault, so I just decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yes! So, listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll! A Colonel Sanders doll? Kentucky Fried Chicken, finger looking good. Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy? Little note. Christmas dinner for the Japanese, is usually Kentucky Fried Chicken. Actually, is Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's legit. Look it up. Like, seriously. Yes! Colonel Sanders! Oh, cute! I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not. But, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lampposts over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Jenna seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Thank you! Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi-kun is going to help! I can take Colonel Sanders home! Nena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Nena? Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. Just wondering if you knew about, you know, an accident or something. I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Lena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... You see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Ooh, I like that wording. Only the Higurashi would know. You received new tips, the Maibara Mansion, the Dam Site Murder Dismemberment newspaper edition. We're at the end of chapter 2. Awesome. Let's view the new tips. Let's start with the Maibara Mansion, a manor. So, Kei-chan, you're not stinking rich? What's this all of a sudden? Did I come to school in a limo before? How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10. My, that's a rather plebeian amount. His lunch is made up of normal stuff. He isn't rich. What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that that's a plebeian amount. Sorry. Nana seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. Kei-chan, your house, you know, it's pretty big, yeah? So the architecture has people all around Hinamizawa calling it the Maibara Manor, and it sort of stands out. Maibara Manor? Since the house is so big, everybody is gossiping wondering exactly how rich you are. I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could cause some misunderstandings. From my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on building the house, and that is why they are now broke. Being broke? How very, very unfortunate. Nika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we aren't millionaires or poor. We are the image of a normal, average household. You can't call it normal with that huge house. The entranceway is all grand, and the gate is large enough for a large truck to get through. That's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops, and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned it out so people and cars could come in and see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is the one for the studio, and is normally sealed off. The entranceway of the Maibara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I'd really like a chance to explore Kei-chan's house. Claiming not to be rich but having a home like that? What could be hidden there? Maybe there's something cute hidden, huh? They probably had no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. If there are carpeted rooms, I would love to try rolling around on the floor. That'd be great! So great! I want to roll around too! Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them all to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so he might even let them look around the studio. The cry of the Higurashi crescended as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. And that was that tip. Now let's take a look at the murder Dismemberment. Let's take a look at murder and Dismemberment. Yay! From the June XX 1979 edition. Ooh, some proper music to talk about this. The Shishibone City Okinomiya Police Station, June XX, late at night. Suspects, blah 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 blah, were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender has been added to the wanted list nationwide. According to our sources, the six suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom at 9 p.m., where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. I mean, I get that this is trying to build up the mystery of what the hell happened, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, can we at least have a proper date? At 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. Excuse me, that was a hiccup. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of rage. Anger. Rage, anger, kind of the same thing. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. Ooh. Oh, that was all of that. I know this is a bit of a shorter episode, but hey, it's the end of the chapter, so I guess I figured, why not? Of course, if the end of the chapter turns out to be like 5 minutes or like below, like 10 minutes or below, yeah, I'm gonna continue. Alright, so until next time, this is the Gamer Girl signing on. We'll begin chapter 3. Bye bye!